Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to read Class 7th SST Geography, Chapter number 2, Inside the Planet Earth, Part 2. So, student, in the previous chapter, previous video, we have studied about the different layers or the interior layers of the Earth's surface. So, in that, we had studied about the uh, crust, mantle, and the core. The core is divided into two layers, that is the inner core and the outer core. Now let us continue the topic. So this video is started with the topic that is a rock. What is rock? Okay, the surface of earth is made up of rocks which are composed of mineral substance and are found in a solid state on the crust. So basically rock is what? It is a solid substance. Okay, so a rock which is, you are knowing very well in the uh, you are knowing that the rock is what? It's a solid substance. It is made up of several minerals. Sometimes the minerals are made up of, the rock is made up of only one minerals, and sometimes rocks are made up of several minerals. So here some rocks are made up of one mineral and other are made up of several minerals. On the basis of categorization, on the basis of their feature and appearance, the rocks are categorized into three, that is igneous, metamorphic, and the sedimentary. So we will read about those rocks one by one. Now, minerals. So we have studied that the rock contain minerals. So what is minerals? Minerals are the naturally occurring substances which are usually inorganic. It is not organic, it is inorganic solids and have the definite chemical composition, means they have their definite fixed chemical compositions. They have the different elements in them and they have an orderly internal structure, means their structures are fixed. The structures are the designed, or we can say the structure of the minerals are fixed, means which kind of elements they contain, what is the shape of those objects, it is fixed. Plus have a defined set of physical properties, that means they have the physical appearance, means that whatever the minerals it contains, they have the fixed, like whether it is a chemical, whether it is structure, there those all are fixed. So that is the minerals. Now uses of minerals, so we use minerals from different ways, such as uh, glasses we use titanium, in watch we use quartz, in aluminum bat we use bauxite, uh, in window we use tall quartz, uh, calcite, and feldspar. So these are the minerals. Plumbing pipes, copper is used, and many others. So there are several things. There are several things that we used as a minerals, as it becomes the part of our daily uses. It become the necessity of our life. Now you can see some of the example rocks like granite, sandstone, genesis. So these are the example. These are the example of different rocks such as igneous and sedimentary and metamorphic. Now you can see the minerals are also there: quartz, feldspar, orthoclase, and micas and all. These are some of the examples. Now let us go to the next topic, that is the type of rocks. The type of rocks are igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Now first of all, before starting the topic, we have to see some then the important point is sediment. First you have to understand sediment. What is sediment? Sediments is a small solid pieces of materials that come from rocks or living thing like bones, leaves, and stems. So basically the small particles, basically the small particles of any of the object, whether it is a rock, whether it is a leaves, bones, stems. So when they got broke down and converted into the small pieces, that is known as sediments. And these sediments create several type of rocks by several different features such as sedimentary rock. So sedimentary rocks is what? Sedimentary rock is a sediments which get layered up over time by forming the layered rocks. Now you can see in the picture. Now you can see in the picture this there is a different layers. There's a different layers in that rock. Can you see that? Yes. So these rocks are layered. Here, this rocks contains the sediments, and these sediments were earlier it's a small particles. Now you can see this the picture of those sediments, the small, these are the small sediments, these are the small sediments which are found in the in this region. Okay, so these sediments get deposited, and how it deposited? It get deposited by the it get eroded by the wind, water, and ice, and those sediments get deposited and compacted, and then they form the sediment rocks. Let us see one by one how it happens. The first factor, the first four main process which is needed to form the sedimentary rock is a erosion. Now you can see in the picture, it is a water body. It contains, water is not clean. As you can see, the water is not clean. It contains something. The water is muddy. The water contains small particles. So this is the erosion. Now the water which you are seeing, it is eroding the solid particles from the different places, and keeping it with and moving, it is washing away the rocks. Now you can see forces of running water, wind, and ice that loosen and carry away the fragments of rock. So you have seen in the, we had already studied that the rivers are there. So what the rivers do? Rivers erode several sediments from the mountainous areas or the rocky areas, hilly areas. They erode sediments, they erode the particles, rock particles with them, and keep it with them, and drain somewhere else. They drain some those rock particles somewhere else. Now uh, these sediments, when they get eroded, they must be get deposited somewhere. When something is eroded, so this must be get deposited somewhere. So the another factor which is responsible for forming the sedimentary rock, that is the deposition. So what the rocks, what the small particles which is carried by the erosion process, those things get deposited somewhere, it get dropped down somewhere. So sediments get settled down out of the water, and wind carrying them settle to the bottom of a lake or ocean. So these deposition get settled somewhere on the in the places, whether it is a ocean, whether it is a land, whether it is a water body surfaces. Those sediments started settling down. What happens? The sediments move down and the sloped land, and they settle at the bottom. Over the time, these sediments layered up. Now what happens? See, we have uh, seen that if you have collection of papers, if you have collection of papers, okay, A4 sheets if you are having, so you what you will what you have seen, that A4 sheets are layered. A4 sheets, if it is a bundle of A4 sheets, so what you have what you will observe, it is a bundle of sheets, means it is get layered, one sheet, second sheet, third sheet, likewise. So there are several sheets in that. So those sediments are like seeds, and those seeds are getting lined, getting layered on particular surface. The another layer will come up, and that layer will be again deposited. The another layer will come up, that will again deposited. So this deposition makes the sedimentary rock appear. The another process is of sedimentary rock is the compactation. Compactation means smashed together, means get lined up, get layered up. Now you can see in the picture that the particles carried by water or wind. So there you can see these are the small particles, and they are the loosely packed. Here you can see loosely packed sediments, and this is what the densely packed sediments. So when the sediments, the small particles by water, by air or wind or ice, these particles comes at a place, and they started depositing. They started depositing, and after depositing they started compacting. They are started compacting, means they are coming together, they are coming towards each other, they are coming together. That is the compactation. So after compacting, these layers are formed. These layers are formed. Now next one is cementation. So when these layer came towards these particles, when these particles come towards each other, so they started forming, they started cementation. Cementation means glue it together. That means they started coming toward together. Now you can see this is the sand grains, means the small particles, and this is the calcite cements. So these are, here you can see the gaps, here you can see the gaps, and these gaps are filled with the small particles. Now see this, these gaps are filled with the small particles. Slowly and gradually they will compact and become hard, see, crystallize, then becomes crystallized as they harden. So these small particles which were earlier in a form of sediments, in a form of small tiny particles, they get eroded, they get compacted, and lastly they get cemented. So when they get cemented, they become layered. One layer appear, second layer appear, third layers appears. So generally what happens in layering these rocks, in layering these sediments, in one layer, suppose if one layer is created 1,000 years before, so before coming, before the next layer, if there is a dead body, or the remains of plant and animals will appear, then second layer comes on that, the third layer comes on that. So this creates the fossil. What it creates, it creates the fossil. As you can see in the picture, some of the some animals is here, it is fossil. This fossil is found in the sedimentary rock. This fossil is only found in the sedimentary rocks. How it forms? Because this get layered. This particular animal is get deposited into the layers. This animal particular deposited into this layer, so that is why this comes under, and one layer, second layer, like layered layer, and it forms the sedimentary rock. So this particular object which is stuck in the layers, it is a living thing or no, it is living thing, basically it is animals or it is plant, so they will form the fossils. Examples: shale. Shale is what? It is a formed from mud, that is tiny clay particles, quartz and calcite. So this is the example of, sedimentary rock. Sandstone. Sandstone is the example of sedimentary rock which is formed from the sand on beaches, ocean floors, and river beds. So this is one of the example. This is one of the example. These are the examples of sedimentary rocks. Now moving towards the next rocks, that is the igneous rock. Igneous rock is formed when the magma cools and hardens. When that means when the magma from the mantle it appears, and when those magmas get cooled down, it becomes the igneous rock. Now you can see in the picture, this is a black colored rock it is found. So this is from because of the rocks which were present in the mantle, in the molten form. Those rocks when came into contact with environment, that cools down and form the igneous rock. Clear? Now the next is the igneous rock is divided into two, that is extrusive igneous rock and the intrusive igneous rock. Now you can see the extrusive igneous rock. The extrusive igneous rock is found on the surface. So this is the example of extrusive igneous rock, and this is the example of intrusive igneous rock. The extrusive igneous rocks formed on the surface, and it's become very earlier cooled down, and the formation of the extrusive igneous rock is earlier than the intrusive rock, because intrusive rock is found beneath the layer of the earth surface. So because of that only, the process of cooling down is slow, and that is why the rocks which is found beneath the surface of the earth, that is known as extrusive igneous rock, intrusive igneous rock, sorry. Now intrusive igneous rock is also known as protonic rock, and which is formed inside the earth when the magma cools slowly to create the large crystal. Okay, so intrusive is means inside. So the rocks which is found inside the volcanic eruption, and when it get cools down, it forms the plutonic rocks. An extrusive rock is also known as volcanic rock, which is formed on the surface of the earth. How it happens? When the lava get cools down and they forms the small crystals. So this is the example of extrusive rock and the igneous rock. Now, moving towards the next rock, that is the metamorphic rock. Metamorphic means, a term metamorphic is to change from. Change form means the shape, the object, the appearance is get changed. How it gets changed? It gets changed with the help of high pressure and temperature. High pressure and temperature, the rocks get changed. See, any rock, igneous, sedimentary or metamorphic, can be metamorphic rock if rocks are buried deeply in the earth at the high temperature and pressure. Now you can see this rock basically basically metamorphic rocks are found beneath the layers of the earth, beneath the layers of the earth. And how it becomes, it becomes get pressures, it the rock get pressure from the inside of the earth surface, and hot magma from the mantle, hot magma from the mantle. So the pressure which is exerted on the rock from because of the presenting in the crust rock, and the temperature which is exerted from the magma, that all makes the rocks to get uh, change into the new form, that is new mineral, without they form new minerals and textures without the melting. So rocks doesn't get melts, but it changes into the different form. Okay, if the rock get melts, so it becomes magma, and magma will come out, so it will become the igneous rock. So example, you can see sandstone, it is a sedimentary rock which get converted into the metamorphic rock. When add heat and pressure, it will become quartz. It become the quartzite rock, which is the example of metamorphic rock. Now the last topic of this chapter is the rock cycle. Rock cycle is what? It is a formation of different rocks, one rock into the another rock. The rock cycle is what? It is the change of one type of rock into the another type, is known as the rock cycle. Now let us start see how it forms. The magma which is present in the mantle. So magma is what? Magma is a molten form of rocks which is present in the mantle. When magma started coming out of the surface, out from the mantle on the surface, so it comes into contact with the air, and it gets cooled down and form the igneous rock. What it forms? Igneous rock. What happens if we put heat or temperature on the igneous rock? So again the igneous rock will convert it into magma because of the temperature. Now the igneous rock, when there will be weathering and erosion, already we have discussed weathering is what? It is a process when the bigger rocks get converted into the smaller rocks. And erosion is what? So when those smaller rocks get eroded, when those smaller rocks get moved from its place to another place, and they form the sediments. Basically weathering is what? It's the process of breaking into the small rocks. So sediments are the particles which is the result of weathering procedure. So those sediments get eroded, and they get deposited in any places. So when they get deposited, they form the sedimentary rocks. They get compacted, they get cemented, and they form the sedimentary rock. What if the sedimentary rock is get eroded and weathered? So that also it will break down into small particles, and they will form the sediments again. Again sediments will get compacted and cemented, they will become the sedimentary rock. What happens if we put heat and pressure on the sedimentary rock? What happens if we put heat and pressure on sedimentary rock? They will convert into metamorphic rock. What if we put heat and pressure on igneous rock? That they will convert into metamorphic rock. So this is the whole rock cycle which is you are seeing. Now if this metamorphic rock came into contact with mantle or with the temperature, so it will get again melted and it will become the magma. It will become magma. Acha, what if we put weathering and erosion on the metamorphic rock? So again metamorphic rock will convert into sediments, small particles, and these small particles again get joined and compacted. They will form the sedimentary rock. So this is the example of the different rock cycle. Clear? So that's all for today. Thank you, students.